Working in rows basically means that you make one row of stitches always from right to left following your pattern, and then you turn your work and you start making another row always from right to left following your pattern. So now I'm going to show you some examples about how to work in rows with single crochet and double crochet, and I'm going to start from scratch. So obviously we cannot start from nothing making single crochet, so the base of every pattern worked in row is usually the chain. So let's start with a chain 6, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now we know that we are going to start working from second loop from hook, so on this chain there will be the space to make actually only 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So as a general rule, when you want to work a straight stripe in rows, for example in this case made of single crochet, you always start off with a chain 1 stitch larger than the length, the width you actually want to give to your stripe. So now we can make our second row. This time we can actually make it single crochet. So we make 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 single crochet. And now we should turn our work and make a new row of single crochet always from right to left. But you see that if I just turn the work and now I want to start working in the first stitch, it doesn't feel right, it feels a little bit too stretchy. So what you always do is, before starting off a new row of single crochet, you make 1 chain 1 and then you start working from the second loop from hook. And this gives you some space to turn your hook and makes it way easier to work. So this is something that you always do before starting off with a row of single crochet. You make your additional chain 1. And then you proceed, and you see this is actually where your chain 1 went, is this little guy here, and then I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochet in this row. So if I keep going in this way, now I make 1 more chain 1 and then I make 5 single crochet. I will be able to continue working in rows, and I will make a regular stripe always made of 5 single crochet. Let's say that now my pattern changes a bit and I want to introduce 1 row of double crochet. What you do is kind of always similar, just at the beginning of a row of double crochet, instead of making only a chain 1, you make a chain 2, so that you always give space to your hook to turn it, but you also level up to the length of the actual double crochet. So I make a chain 2 and then I start working my double crochet in the first of the 5 stitches I see in the row, and I proceed in this way. I'm going to make a few double crochet, not sure yet if I will complete the row. No. Okay, so you see these are the 2 chains I made, and then I still can get to the end of the row and make 5 double crochet. So this is what I do and what I indicate in my patterns. Some designers work differently, and what I do is, instead of chain 2 and then start with the first double crochet directly in the first stitch of the row, they make a chain 3 and then skip the first stitch on the row. So basically the last loop of the chain corresponds to the first stitch you get here. I think it's useful if you want to work in a super precise way, maybe to make a sweater or something. For what I do, I like to work in this way because it makes more sense to me. So this is how you always have to proceed for my patterns. Same goes for the treble crochet. If I would like to add one row of treble crochet, then I would start off by chaining 3, and then I would continue making my first treble crochet in the first stitch available in the row.